An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Now, I don't think that's necessarily the measurements that we work in the UK, but I heard this quote several weeks ago and made a note of it because I just thought, wow, absolutely loved that. And my first thought was just this: where is that not applicable in modern life? I just thought, wow, there's so much in that one thing. It's just so powerful across, certainly from my perspective, across everything. So obviously from a health perspective, prevention versus cure. And it's like, yeah, if we're proactive with our health and we think, look, I know my health is a major factor to my happiness and my success, and only get this one vehicle. So we work on the prevention method of being active, eating well, staying healthy, then we're hopefully never or minimizing the time spent in cure. And I love that. But straight away, my head went towards business. And, the stage where we are with multiple businesses and a big team to try and keep the business safe and stay in prevention and think, one of the questions I'm asking myself often is, what don't I see? If we're going to lose money, where's it going to happen next? And so staying proactive with prevention rather than just piling through headlong and then just dealing with the problem, diving into cure. And I think often in life, certainly just to look at a business setting, it obviously takes so much action orientation to get anywhere that we can stay in a overly delivering against action and taking like the cure on the chin a lot, because it's like, oh, there's a problem, oh, there's a problem, oh, there's a problem. But we got to step back and think, at some stage, where do we get preventative and where do we plan ahead and where do we ask what we're not seeing and what's going to happen next and really get up ahead of it? And I loved it for that. If we want to look at that from a relationship perspective as well, I am married personally at the moment. I kind of look at it and I go, the divorce rate is ridiculous. But if we applied the same quotation to marriages, just for a start, an ounce of prevention, we actually looked at it and were critical around the relationship and say, how do we prevent? What are you after from this? How do we prevent something that could come down the road? And let's face it, comes down the road in 50% of marriages. How do we work on that as a preventative measure, a proactive preventative measure, so that we're not having to deal with the cure all the time? I know that's easier said than done, but it's life, right? Okay, financially, prevention versus cure. So absolutely plays into what I see from a money psychology and a spending habit of like a lot of the 20s and 30s somethings that are working here is I'm living my life in this way, relatively oblivious, probably going into what I would call bad debt, where we're borrowing money on top of borrowed money potentially to service a lifestyle that we can't afford, as the old saying is, to impress people we don't care about. But it's so relevant, it's so prevalent, and we're doing it, and all of a sudden we're in this cure position because we never really thought about a preventative measure and planned properly ahead of time. We just went, do the thing, and then here we are. Oh, shit, I'm in debt, I'm in problems, I'm in full cure mode now. There's a problem and I need, a plaster, I need medication, I need a solution to this, rather than, again, getting ahead of it, asking, where is this path taking me? An ounce of prevention, a plan, a preventative plan, a preventative strategy, a strategy that might lead to a better place, rather than just blindly going ahead and then ending up in catastrophe and needing cure. That might be a stretch for some people as far as this one quote and all of those things, but when I heard it, I just thought, geez, if we could take that in and apply that to most sectors of our lives, I really feel like many of us would be much better off for it.